What's up, everybody? This is Gina Ifoe, the one and only African superstar, back at it again. I want to give a special shout out to all the customers at africansuperstar.com. I love and appreciate you. If you have not checked out my website, please do so at www.theafricansuperstar.com. Make sure you get on our mailing list. That way you will get updates from me about what's going on with the music and the products. Also, big shout outs to our members only who are designated by the circle next to their name. They support our platform on a monthly basis. Much love to our members only supporters. You can also join members only by hitting the join next to subscribe, and you will get behind the scenes exclusive, content from time to time. And last but not least, much love to the African Superstar music lovers. Have you got the EP yet? If you love my latest title track, For Every Action There's a Reaction, you need to buy the EP. It only makes sense. That way you can add it to your collection and you can support independent artists. Much love. We already got one of our members only in the building today. Today we're going to talk about this topic. I think it's important that we talk about it because, I've been getting made aware of, there we go. I've been getting made aware of many things that have been going on recently, and I want to talk about this phenomenon. So much love. We got ATM Tim. We got our members only. Ajike's in the building. Much love to her. Samson, what's up, family? Make sure you hit the likes. Much love to Ajike. She is a real African Superstar music lover, shopper at the website, members only. Ajike is doing as much as she can to show love and support for the African Superstar. So I appreciate you. For any of you guys that have not yet purchased the EP, head on over to Bandcamp. The link is everywhere. And I mean everywhere. So head over to bandcamp.com. Type in The African Superstar. And obviously the EP is called For Every Action There Is a Reaction. Let me go ahead and get into this topic today, which is, if you don't want to live among Africans, why are you moving to Africa? So I actually was having a conversation with Eternal Blossom earlier, my homegirl, Anita, aka Ayana, today. We were having a conversation about how, at least here in Ghana, it appears that some diasporians are clicking up, okay? And basically you have, from my perspective, you have two types of diasporians, okay? You have the diasporians that are interested in the continent. They are interested in integrating. They're interested in learning about their new home and trying the foods and going to local places and maybe learning the language or learning the music. And then you have the others who want to fraternize with other diasporians. And that seems to be what they enjoy doing. And they're not really interested in getting to know the locals. In many opinions, they have condescending things to say. Here on YouTube and throughout social media, you can find, tons of viral videos about Black Americans or Black British or, Caribbeans or whatnot from the diaspora that have come to Ghana or come to the continent. They're not impressed. They had problems. They were disappointed with this and disappointed with that. And, this is becoming more evident. I obviously, as a content creator, when things go on, I get contacted, people text me, hey, have you seen this video, African Superstar? What do you think about this? Some of the content creators that have come to Ghana and kind of caused up a stir and made offensive videos to the locals and things like that, they go viral. Negativity, drama, gossip, it's all very popular. I just want to pose a simple question to diasporians that are coming to the continent. If you are considering the continent, this is something I think you should ask yourself. Do you like African people? Do you want to live among them? If you don't have any interest in them, maybe where you are, is it wise to come and live in their country? It's very interesting because I think that Westerners, when they move to other foreign countries, they get into it. I see black Americans on YouTube that move to Japan. They learn Japanese language, they start eating the foods, they start wearing, kimonos and whatever. I see them go to Latin America, they start speaking Spanish or Portuguese, they start getting into the carnivals and listening to salsa and samba. I see them, obviously, we see the Africans moving to the West. They start getting British and American accents. They start celebrating Independence Day, and it's just like, okay, guys, look, there's an age-old saying, which is, when in Rome, do what the Romans do. All right. Although many diasporians feel like they have a stake here in Ghana or, in Africa because of the historical context, in effect, our origins do come from here and we are connected. We have to respect the people of the land. We can't just come in here and start doing that. And realistically, this will cause problems. You see, this is what I don't want to happen because, for instance, in Ghana, this is a homogeneous place, okay? The majority of people living in Ghana are Ghanaians, all right? And what happens is other foreigners come and they make a name for themselves, and that can either be good or bad. They don't really differentiate and say, okay, well, this type of diasporan is the real deal. She's all about, unity. She's all about Pan-Africanism. She's all about embracing and learning her new home and things like that. And then you have these other ones that are just doing it for the trends. No, they're not going to differentiate. Do you know what they're going to say? Do you know what how they're going to look at it? They're going to say, those Black Americans, those Black British, diasporians at large. If you are coming to Africa because, for instance, the hostility in the West, the stress in the West, the bad foods and this and that, but you're not really interested in Africa. You just kind of want to be living in a bubble. I would just ask that you would just be respectful as you interact with the locals, because you're poorly reflecting on those of us that really, really have an interest on the continent. Those of us that have been traveling here before you, those of us that didn't come because of the trends, but came because we want to be here. Someone in my position has to send this message. I always try to be a voice of reason to my people, and I always try to speak proactively, because if we don't deal with this dynamic, versus like basically the real diasporians that are coming here for the good premises and the actual, what needs to happen, versus those of you that are partying and BSing, we're going to have another whole Liberia situation over here on the continent, real talk, because I just see this nasty attitude from many diasporans. I mean, it's just like, and it's crazy to me because I'm like, well, if, Ghana's not good enough for you or Tanzania is not good enough for you, then just be where you are. Why would you go through the expense and time to come and be in a place you don't want to be? You're living in America and you don't treat white Americans like that, huh? That's one thing that's really annoying about my people, if I gotta say. Please hit the likes, guys. What's up, family? Moderators, please be mindful of the chat. Any inappropriate comments, please do the necessary. What's really irritating about my people, for instance, we got all the smoke for each other. Huh? We got all the smoke. We can complain up and down about this and that and this and that. Coming to the continent, this and that we complain about. We got all the smoke for each other, but no smoke for the real adversaries, no smoke for the real enemies, no smoke for the colonizers, no smoke for the oppressors. For them, our people have endless excuses about, oh, Gina, they're not all that bad and it happened in the past, but you got all the smoke. And obviously, I'm very sensitive about Ghana because I love Ghana. I'm not like a lot of you diasporans that are coming here for entertainment purposes only. I'm not like you. And I don't like being judged and grouped together with people that are not serious. I came here to the continent for many, 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 intense reasons, I would say. I love the nightlife here in Ghana. I love my social life here in Ghana, but I realize that there's much more important work to be done. And I think that, we need to be mature, guys, and we need to start implementing change. We have an opportunity to create relationships and an alliance here on the continent with our continental brothers and sisters. And right now, I can't say that we're doing an excellent job. There are individuals and there are pockets of people that are doing a great job, but there's a lot of energy that is displaced. And I just think that it's crazy. So I want to talk about this today. If you don't like Africans, you don't like the food, you don't like the people. I saw this most absolutely ridiculous video that I came across today on Facebook. And this person said they don't trust Ghanaians. They don't trust, they were advising diasporans not to trust anyone in Ghana. And I'm thinking to myself, like, but why are you here? Nobody's forcing you to come to the continent, by all means. If you're not, if it's not a suitable place for you, if it doesn't meet your needs and you're not happy, then, you don't need to come here and stir it up for those of us that are trying to make a home here. Because again, those of us, the voices of reasons, we always get smothered by the absolute nonsense. And I can tell you, as a Black American living in the international community, I have been putting up with these stereotypes since I started world travels. Okay, what my peers project is having a profound effect on me. Although I'm not like that, I get judged by that behavior. We should be happy that we are welcome here on the continent. Albeit it is a bit complex, albeit there's definitely cultural differences, but we have an opportunity to come be in a place where we are not made to feel unwelcome. We're not made to feel like strangers. We are not made, we don't face violence or discrimination because of our skin color or anything like that. Actually, if you play your cards right, you can become a powerhouse here, because all it takes, is reciprocation. You see, there's a reason why certain diasporans are facing so much friction and obstacles here on the continent and others are not. I don't have no sob stories to tell you here in Ghana. I've had a couple ups and downs, nothing major. I've had a couple relationships that didn't work out, nothing major. The reason why I'm not having the problems that a lot of your popular diasporian Black American, Black British people are having is because of my approach. I'm friendly, I'm attentive, I'm polite, I'm kind, I'm engaged, I make an effort. And I see that when you extend yourself that way, people respond the same way. Ghana has been good to me. Obviously, you guys know that's one of my big songs. Ghana is good to me. That is a irrefutable truth in my case. Ghana has been good for me. Even before I moved here, the Ghanaian community has been great to me. They have tremendously embraced me. You can see when you come on my channel or you go on my Facebook, just how many Ghana folk show me support. That's a great indicator of the fact that I have a good rapport with the people. How is it that someone coming to Ghana since 2016 can have this relationship with Ghanaians, meanwhile other people are hitting a rock? I believe it is obviously your approach. But I would recommend that if you don't like Africans, like say for instance, you don't like them in America, okay, you don't like them in the UK or Europe or Australia, wherever you are, moving to the continent is going to be a challenge because you're going to deal with a way more higher, population of them. If you're someone who is insecure when people speak their native language, you always think they're talking about you or whatever. This might not be for you. If this is, you're not interested in trying any of the new foods that are here. You are want to stick to your Western brands, your British brands, your American brands. You're going to pay a lot of money to get those kind of products here. You want to live in a certain kind of accommodation. You just want to import your Western lifestyle here on the continent. You're going to pay a lot of money, and you might struggle to find the identical amenities here as what you have abroad. If you're not interested in making friends, or you can't trust anybody, you're here more as like a wallflower than someone integral in the change. I cajole you to really think deeply about what you're doing, because our people, again, they have no problem going to other foreign lands and beginning to absorb the culture in those foreign lands. Speaking all these languages, Italian and German, Japanese, French, they got British accents, Canadian accents. They're willing to do all of that. Celebrating Cinco de Mayo and, what's that, guys? St. Patrick's Day and all this stuff. We can absorb every other person's culture. When we come here to the continent, we want to divide. We want to act like we're not interested. One of the big arguments is, do Black Americans have culture, for instance? For people that feel like the culture maybe there is lacking, or, whatever, however they feel, you have an opportunity to learn about a rich, culture here on the continent and be a part of that. If you're someone like, for instance, me, I love traditional wear. You guys know I love kente cloth. I wear it as much as possible. The Ghanaians have totally embraced that. I've never met a Ghanaian that tells me I shouldn't wear kente because I'm not a Ghanaian or I'm not wanted here. We have an opportunity to really, really make an impact here on the continent and represent ourselves well. But, if you're not really willing, I don't know why you're here. Big shout outs to the family. Guys, you don't forget to support the stream. What's up? I'm talking about this today because I don't understand if you're not interested in African life. You don't like African people. You don't like the food. The weather's too hot for you and the roads are rough and you can't handle the power outages and you don't like this and blah, blah, blah. I don't understand why you would come here. Huh? I don't understand why you would come here. The first thing you do, I can't tell you, I've gotten at least 5 different videos in the last month sent to me from, the family of different diasporians complaining about Ghana, complaining about this, complaining about that. So you come here and the first thing you do is start levying all of your grievances. And I always like to say, I grew up in America, okay? Lived there for decades. I know the reality of what America is like. Continentals may not know. I know. Some people in Europe may not know. People that really have not either traveled there or lived there don't really know the reality of living there, but I know. So actually, for the diaspora to come and be so particular here on the continent, knowing the dynamics of what's happening in where they live, is the height. It is the epitome of hypocrisy. Because you see, albeit Ghana coming with its complexities, coming with its problems, at least I know I'm safe here in Ghana. They're shooting like the Wild Wild West in America every single day. You can't even send your kids to school in peace without worrying about an incident. There's so much racism, police brutality, chemically modified food. I posted something on my Instagram today for those of you guys that are in America that, there's a seasoning called McCormick's. It's kind of like a seasoned salt. All right. So it says McCormick seasoning is in a class action lawsuit for its products having high levels of heavy metals. Potential exposure to lead, arsenic, cadmium have been discovered. Watch your food. You people in America are living in duress, and some of you don't even know it. But the minute you get into another environment, you want to cherry pick all the problems that are there. When really you should be grateful that you have an opportunity to go elsewhere and get away from some of the chaos that you're experiencing every single day. And again, in the name of reciprocity, I can tell you as a world traveler who's been to many, many countries, there is no place in the world that welcomes Black diasporian travelers that are welcomed the way they are here on the continent. Okay? There is no place in the world that welcomes, even Black Americans don't welcome foreigners when they come to America the way that they are welcomed here in Africa. And instead of us appreciating that element, just going somewhere and people being happy that we're there, people smiling, people being helpful, people being friendly, we begin to levy all of our grievances. I ask you emphatically, if you don't want to be among Africans, if this place ain't good enough for you, why the hell are you moving here? Does it make sense that you're moving here and you want to click up with other diasporians? Diasporians here are not a resource to you the way that the local people can be a resource to you. I can tell you right now. Okay? It's unwise for you to come here and fraternize with those folks, to be honest. It's nice to get with them and, have some camaraderie. I know there's other, Americans that live at this part of town or whatever. That's lovely. But really, it defeats the purpose because guess what? They can't teach you the language. Unless they've been living here before you've been living here, they don't know the demographics. They don't know. They're not linked up. They don't have connections. They can't help you in many ways the way that people, that are indigenous can help you. You're actually cutting your nose to spite your face if you come to Africa and you don't want to integrate with the local people. And don't get me wrong, I'm not absolving situations that are happening here. I know some people are getting scammed. I know some people are getting broken hearts. I know some people are losing money or whatever. They're having various challenges getting their businesses off the ground. But let me just say this. If y'all ready for my next point, let me see a number one. Huh? If y'all ready for my next point, let me see a number one. What's up, family? I'm gonna start shout outs after this point. If y'all ready for my next point, let me see a number one. I got almost 30 of y'all in here. Hit the likes. What's up? Let me see some super chats. I hope you guys bought the EP. Yes. All right. Shout outs. Listen, if I'm honest, a lot of you guys, some people are going through nonsense. You know why? Do you know why they're going through nonsense? Because y'all don't want to listen to me. Huh? I just got to say it. I'm someone who's living here on a continent without a lot of drama. Instead of y'all listening to me, y'all want to go listen to the people that have a lot of drama in their lives and on their channels. I just got to say it. Hello? Y'all think, oh, Gina's sugarcoating Ghana. Huh? She's not keeping it real. She's just trying to paint a pretty picture. No, I'm painting the real picture. I'm painting the accurate picture because I know what I'm doing and I know how to advise you. I'm not just here on this channel for my own health, coming and talking to y'all every day or whenever I come. Okay? I'm coming here to produce a resource for you that will make your transition what? Smooth. Does it really make sense that you're going to listen to people that are full of drama, that have not been successful in their transition, that don't have solid relationships here on this continent? Does it make sense that you're going to listen to them over me? I warned you about people to avoid in certain relationships. Huh? Yes, I did. I've done several videos about it. I told you not to send money to people you don't know in countries that you've never been to. I told you that, didn't I? I told you to get a support system here on this continent. I told you need to be present when you're operating businesses, not just sending remittances. Every time I see one of these stupid videos from these people complaining about the continent, all the red flags were there. All the red flags were there. It's not like you were super duped. You met the guy on day one. You met the woman on day one. First thing out of their mouth, I can't wait to go to America. I'm just dying to go to America. You marry this dude or woman. Are you surprised that they just wanted you for papers? How many times do I have to tell you why people are anxious to travel? They're anxious to travel because they're not getting the whole story of what is involved. They're not getting accurate depictions. They're not being educated. And the diaspora up until now hasn't been interested in coming back and telling them what time it is. I'm talking about diasporan people born and raised out and abroad, not just the Africans who migrated. Maturity is going to tell you that this whole transition part is indeed a transition. It's a marathon, guys. And those of you that come to Ghana for 2 weeks on your first visit in 2023 or 2024, please, please, please do not be immature expecting, rocket ships and prosperity and all these kind of things. This is a transitional period that will take time for it to happen. Instead of you being part of the problem, be part of the solution. Because I also wonder that, all these derogatory videos and things, do you think that is very productive? Huh? I'm going to ask my audience, do you think when people put up derogatory videos about Ghana, Tanzania, Kenya, Senegal, Gambia, South Africa, Egypt, Nigeria, are those productive? Yes or no, guys? Are those videos productive? You guys are going to say, well, we need the information, Gina. Yeah, but it makes it look bad. It makes it look not appetizing to some people. It might deter other people. When we're talking about things that we need to be mature about solving. Relationships on the continent are a very complex thing. I advise those of you guys coming here for love all the time. I tell you all the time, you need to examine the person who you're dealing with. Don't come over here, get somebody who's wet behind the ears and eager to travel, and then start slamming all Ghanaian men and slamming all Ghanaian women, or slamming all Nigerians, or slamming all Kenyans, because you were foolish to ignore the red signs. I've already told you. I've given you a laundry list of things not to do. That's why I'm not going through drama, and that's why they are. I think we've heard hundreds of times about this immigration stuff, okay? Anybody who's anybody knows that some people try to use relationships to sort out their immigration processes or travel and this and that. Don't be naive. Don't be stupid. Don't be a victim. Okay? If it seems too good to be true, it probably is true. If you're meeting people and, 5 minutes I love you. You're the love of my life. They say things such as, "Oh, I want to date ladies from abroad." Huh? Any of the ladies in here that have come to the continent or living here, have you ever met a man and he tells you, "Oh, I only date American girls. I prefer British girls." Hello, it's a red flag. What's wrong with his own country people? Why is he strategically targeting these people? It's a red flag. The person has nothing positive to say about their homeland at all. All they talk about and rave, sing the praises of the West. They've never even been there. They've never even traveled. Red flag. He or she is not stable. They don't have anything going for themselves wherever they are living. Red flag. They see you as a means to an end. If you choose to entertain that person, ladies, gentlemen, have some stipulations about yourself that, yeah, maybe the person is very attractive. Some very, very attractive people here on the continent. Very handsome men, very beautiful women, great bodies, lovely skin, wonderful teeth. Listen, very physically attractive. But have the discipline to look at the situation and not just look at the moment and say, wow, this is the finest man that's ever stepped to me. This is the most beautiful girl I've ever seen. And letting your loins controlling your decisions. And because that's your decision. I just got to tell you, that's your decision. That's your decision. You come here to the continent, you're demanding this, you're demanding that. Okay, you're not friendly, you're not polite. What do you think the people are going to give you? Do you think they're going to worship you because you're from abroad? Some people have that attitude. People are not impressed that you're abroad. I can tell you right now, at this point, this last December, thousands of people from abroad came to Ghana. You're no more that an anomaly, especially not here in Ghana. Maybe if you go to some of the other countries that are not having huge influxes of foreigners right now. But Ghana, look, maybe 5-6 years ago, they would just be so enamored that you were here. Right now, it's kind of commonplace, especially here in Accra. So don't be thinking that you're coming and you're going to get the red carpet. They're not that impressed. You need to be polite, okay? You get more sugar. What do you get? You can catch more bees with sugar, honey. There you go. You can catch more bees with honey than vinegar. Being polite, I don't care where you are in the world, goes a long way. Extending your hand, it goes a long way. Can you Google online a couple of tree greetings before you come to Ghana? Can you Google some Swahili greetings or Wolof? Huh? Can you Google some Yoruba greetings or Igbo that when you meet people in your destination, you can be like, oh, please, thank you. Akwaba, here in Ghana, welcome. Medase, thank you. That stuff makes people, oh, wow, you know a little bit of our language. They get tickled by that. They're like, wow, he or she is, they know a lot of information or they know something about here. Such small gestures can take you a long way. But no, y'all don't want to listen to me. Huh? Y'all don't want to listen to me. You think that I don't keep it real. You're like, oh, Gina's just romanticizing. Well, I always tell you guys, I don't have the problems other people have. You know why? Because I'm smart. I'm just going to say it. I'm smart. I'm going to say that also, if you see a lot of people doing things that are failing them, and then you choose to also do what they're doing instead of doing what someone who's winning is doing, then I'm going to also say that you're not very smart. Just got to say. Next trivia question. Anybody in the chat room heard of land scams happening here on YouTube? Let me see a number 3. If any of you guys have heard land scams happening here on YouTube. Number 3, trivia question. I mean, at this point, we probably have heard of thousands land scams. People doing the same stupid nonsense. Buying land from YouTubers. Purchasing land online. Okay? Countries they've never even traveled to. they get scammed, they wanna like throw it out in the universe. But did you do your due diligence? And how many times have we had to tell you not to do such nonsense? Okay, if you guys have heard about the immigration marriages, people using people for immigration, also number 3. Please, I cajole you, do not ignore the red signs. That is why they are there. That's why you're getting the gut feeling about him or her. Okay, you're 50 something years old. She's 21. He's 21. Let's be real. Let's ask ourselves the question. Okay, why is he or she giving me attention? This is odd. Baby, you better believe they may be very motivated. The probability that they're motivated is high. Is this person a business person? Is this person stable? Do they have their own means, their own car, their own job? Or is this person jobless? Is this person struggle life? Okay, this person has all day and all night to chill with you, text you, they're in love with you in a week's time, they want to move into your place. Red signs, guys. Red signs. They don't want to take you around their family or friends, or when you go around their family and friends, you feel like it's a conspiracy, you feel like the family's in on it. Red flags. They don't never have no money. They expect you to pay for this and that and everything. Red flags. Do not ignore the red flags. You ignore the red flags and you become a victim. That's not Ghana's fault. That's not Kenya's fault. Okay? That's not South Africa's fault. You made yourself vulnerable. Now, there are definitely situations which are more elaborate, and, you know, some people can get wrapped up, some people can get fooled, some people are very, very good at scamming or deception and this and that. But there are some very obvious red flags, guys, that our people need to be avoiding. Let me tell you, if you're in public, if you watch my videos, please be mindful of your personal belongings. You got the iPhone Pro Max, you're walking up the street, you're in a busy market, you're at a music festival, you got your phone all out. You got it sticking in your pocket. Hello, you're a thief's dream. Do your due diligence. Okay, they would rob you the same anywhere in the world if you were doing those things. It's not, you're not coming to a foreign, I mean, you are in a foreign land, but you're not coming to, you know, a mythical land. You know, that coupled with the perception that, oh, we're from the West and we're just rich. Okay, I'm gonna steal, you know, Frank's iPhone 14 Pro Max, whatever, and he can just get another one tomorrow because he's rolling in the dough. He's rich, you know. Exactly. They snatch Meek Mill's phone. Who do you think you are? They're gonna snatch Meek Mill's phone. You can get got. Okay, honey, the last girl that married Mr. Prince Charming from Ghana, Nigeria, took him home. It was all a scam. Baby, don't think that you are above reproach. It could even happen to me if I chose to ignore red flags. Do you think I haven't been approached by these dudes? Use it. Use it before you lose it. You don't want to be with Africans. You don't like them. I don't know why you would want to come live in Africa. You see, I like African people. I love Ghanaians. I love Ghana. I love everything about it. So that's why I'm here. Do I want to go live in Somalia? No. Do I want to live in Morocco or Mozambique or? Nope. You know, this is where I want to be. I think it's absurd to come be in a place and not want to also get to know a bit about that place. You know, and I found that by integrating both in the UK and also here in Ghana, it's been a huge resource. People helped me in the UK as well. Other Ghanaians, some Jamaican people helped me migrate to the UK, helped me learn my way around, taught me the ropes, helped me know where, you know, I need to go to this office, I need to take the train. They helped me do all of that. You know, and for the continentals that are watching this, I want you to know, I want you to understand, there are different type of diasporians coming here to this continent. Okay, there are those of us that are here for the good premise. We love Africa, we love our people, we want to become knowledgeable about things that we have not been exposed to. We want to integrate, we want to marry and raise our families here or raise our children here. And then there are the other ones that are here for fact and fiction. Okay, they're here for Daddy December, they're here for Afrochella, they're here because they saw Cardi B come and Steve Harvey, and they're all about the trends. They're not about this life, they're not for real, they're clicked up. You can spot them a mile away. Because just like James, big shout outs to James K in here, there are those that talking. There's a lot of people that talk. Okay, there's a lot of them that talk. When they come here to the continent, they're wearing dashikis. You know what I'm saying? They're looking. They might look kind of. They might look kind of, you know, Afrocentric, but they're not really interested in it. Ask them if they got a Ghanaian friend. Ask them if they tried local foods. Ask them if they've learned any of the language. Ask them if they know any music. Ask them if they traveled to any other places in Ghana. You know, these are going to be the kind of things that's going to identify who's who and what's what. Okay, if people are having a lot of drama surrounding them, because I know some of these diasporians, like I told you, they have YouTube channels and they talk a lot. They have drama. Okay, they can't get along with the people. Their relationships are poor. They're having altercations with like landlords or run-ins with the police, immigration. That's an indication that this person is, you know, this person is a bit combative, because it's so laid back here in Africa. Sometimes you can even say the continental people are a bit aloof. You know, they're just moving with the flow. They're not contentious in any way from my experience. They're just minding their own business. You know, and I think because of the environment that we're accustomed to in the West, where it's like so much pressure and, you know, so much aggressiveness, you know, we come with that energy and we're frustrated and we're like upset and we're, you know, revved up, and we meet these folks here on the continent and they're so laid back and they're just like, what? And that even makes these diasporians more frustrated. You know, me, I don't really mind the pace because I have time here on the continent. I have the luxury of time. I mean, yeah, sometimes I'm hungry and I don't want to wait a little while for my food, but you know, at the end of the day, I'm like, it's really a minute thing. All right, guys, I've talked long and you guys have been patient. What's up, family? Now it's time for shout outs. Please make sure you hit the likes. Where's the support in the fan? We got over 30 of you guys, so I know them likes best to be up. Can I get some 5 on it today? You guys be coming here on my channel, watching me. Can I get some sales at the africansuperstar.com? Can you cop the EP? Go get the EP. ATM10, what's up? Shout outs to members only. A GK, our members only are designated by that circle next to their name. I'm coming through. Samson's in the building. What's up, family? Me and Eternal Blossom was talking about this earlier. You know, it's just so annoying. And these kind of people are making us look bad here on the continent. So those of us with sense, we should, you know, we should, what's the right word? Denounce. We should absolutely denounce this kind of behavior. We should do our best to estrange ourselves from being connected with the people that are not too legit to quit. And I told you, it's very obvious to know who's too legit to quit. You know, I came here and I made some girlfriends from our channel, right? Eternal Blossom being one of those people, Monica being another person, Sister Ya being another person, Tawa being another person. Ironically, all of us are still tight. Some of us now, we got a couple years under our belt. All of us are the type of diasporians that are interested in our lives here on the continent. All of us are integrated. A couple of them are married to Ghanaians, okay? Living here on the continent, raising their kids here on the continent, you know, eating local foods, speaking the languages. We're doing all that stuff and we're not having a whole lot of calamity. But those other diasporians, they have the drama for days. Why is it? It's because their intentions are not pure, and it's very obvious to see that. This is a trendy move for them, and when you don't really have an investment here, every little thing is going to annoy you. It's kind of like a person, you know, it's kind of like when you're dating someone and you don't really like that person. You see their name come up on your phone and you're just like, oh my God, how dare he call me? I'm tired of this girl calling me. You know, they text you, hey, sweetie, how you doing? Good morning. And you're just like, oh God, I'm tired of hearing from this person. Every little thing that person does annoys you because you don't really like them. You're not really into it. That's what these diasporians, that's how they are about the continent. They're not really here because they really want to be here. You know, they're here for a myriad of other reasons. And so therefore, when a frustration comes, they make a big noise about it because it's just like, oh, here he is texting me again. Here she is texting me again. You know, those rough roads, those light outs. Did we not tell you guys about the rough roads and the light out? Huh? Did you not know that by now? I mean, do you just not listen to us here on YouTube before you moved here? I mean, honestly. I mean, many of us have been giving you a window, giving you information, showing you footages, telling you what we are experiencing to prepare you. So if you can't deal with periodic power outages, hello, there's myriad of ways to solve it. Either you can get a generator at your property, or you can live like I do in a community that it seldom happens. Or you can just be like, okay, it's not the end of the day. I got power outage today. Get yourself a power bank. You know, my homegirl Monica, one day, the power was out for like 2 days at her place because one of the transformers blew up. She went to the hotel and was like, okay, I'm just going to enjoy the hotel for today. Hello. I mean, complaining about something that is something that you should be maybe anticipating when you come here is very foolish. It's crazy. It's not like it's a shock. Okay? You're coming to developing nations. Some of these things are elements of developing nations. Okay? This is also another reason why YouTubers like myself have recommended that you travel to the continent several times before you move here if you're able to, but have discouraged you from picking up and moving here blindly. We have told you multiple occasions, do not do that, so that you can come here and get a sense for it and see if it's something you can deal with. But again, y'all don't want to listen to African Superstar. Y'all say, well, she, you know, Gina, she doesn't have a lot of drama in her life. She don't have no sob stories. If anything, I'm the one you want to be listening to. Yeah. Because guess what? Birds of a feather flock together. Okay? People that love drama and chaos and gossip, they flock together. People that's cool, calm, and collected, they flock together. That's why me and my girlfriends, we don't got a lot of drama. When's the last time you seen West African backpackers coming out with crazy drama on their channel? When's the last time you seen Ashley in Africa coming out? What about RJ Maki? What about Matrell on a mission? Huh? When's the last time you seen, when did you see Sister Ya coming out with mega drama? These are the kind of people you need to be paying attention to because they're finding ways to make the transition more smooth But y'all want to go with these rock stars because they're getting lots of views and they're sensational. Well, you're going to get that kind of experience when you get to the continent. And I can't feel sorry for you because I've been here for many, many years in a calm demeanor, trying to advise you guys on how to do this thing. Not only talking about it, but also providing you an example. But y'all don't want to listen to me. I've heard several people say, well, you know, I watch such and such because they keep it real. And those channels happen to be scammers. I remember sensational YouTubers coming here to Ghana, couldn't even stay 6 months. But they got viral videos, but they couldn't even hack it for 6 months. And that's who you guys want to watch. And you want to take your pointers from them. Well, good luck. Good luck. I can't feel sorry for you. What's up, Matrell on a mission? Frank says, I agree. Diasporans cannot change African culture and traditions, which our ancestors practiced over 1,000 years ago. We need to be respected. Absolutely. I totally agree. And, you know, again, the irony is people from the West, they live in chaotic situations. The audacity of coming to Ghana, for instance, and trying to like think they're going to just like change the game over here when they can't, they haven't figured out what to do in their situation is crazy. What we need to be figuring out is a marriage. That's what we need to figure out. Okay, we're bringing this to the table. You guys need to bring this. We need to do a collaboration effort. Collaboration is extremely hard, okay? Because obviously people want to have their expertise and I want to do it my way and I want to do it my way. But the reality is, guys, unless we do a marriage, okay, unless we do a marriage, we're going to end up crashing and burning just like Liberia. Okay, the wise, like the Bible says, my favorite, you know, growing up, my favorite Bible verse, the wise sees the danger ahead of them and avoids it. We have a case study of Liberia, okay, when Black Americans came from, you know, the U.S. and went to resettle in Liberia. It resulted in a civil war because the Afro-Liberians, you know, wanted to, you know, kind of dominate the Continentals. And the Continentals are like, wait a minute, y'all coming over here trying to run stuff. We're not having this. And it resulted in a war. So it's very obvious that for success here on the continent, we need a marriage, guys. We need a marriage. We need people from the continent, you know, and we need people from the diaspora working together for the good. Okay. I can tell you definitively, I would not be in the position I am as the African superstar. I would not have the realm of influence without my Ghanaian community behind me. Okay, the Ghanaian community is not just here in Ghana, it is global. Okay, because African diasporas are global because they have welcomed me into their home and they see me as one of their own. I've been able to do tremendous things. It is because it is a marriage. That's why I'm winning and a lot of people are losing. Follow the winners, guys. Let's be smart 2023. Okay, don't follow the sensational YouTubers that are full of chaos and drama. They had drama in America. They had drama in Germany. They had drama in France, wherever they were. They had drama in the UK. And they come here to the continent. It's going to be more of the same. What has changed except their location? Nothing. Those are the wrong people to be influenced by. Okay? Big shout outs to the family. I'm doing shout outs. So if you are here, Reggie says, across the Black world, our violence is not a treat, it's our love. As long as we are savage to each other, it's fine, but our unity, love, is a problem to others. Very good point. I talked about this earlier, you know, just these stupid videos be going viral, and it's very annoying. It's so annoying. And again, I mean, I can see the cardinal signs. I can see. When I hear such things, you know, I hear diasporians saying, these Africans. You know, these Ghanaians and this and that. Is it anybody's fault that you're rolling with, you know, people of a low class? Is it anybody's fault that's who you attract? Huh? Because, I mean, I don't show y'all everything, but y'all see some of the stuff I do. I roll with the ballers out here, okay? big boys and big girls, and they not struggle life. They're doing big stuff. Okay. And when I see these certain type of individuals, I'm like, yeah, well, that's the energy that you have. So that's who you bring. That's who you attract. And obviously, sometimes you might attract people that are not on your level. That's for you to begin to screen them out. And you can be polite, but you don't always got to engage. Okay? You don't always have to take it, to the next level. If you know you and that person aren't on the same wavelength, don't even fool yourself. Frank says, and this is very real, some of the diasporans don't like community life and extended family. People in the West are very used to individual living. So sometimes the community aspect gets on their nerves. They just want to have space and they just want to be left alone and they don't want people asking questions. I think community is lovely. I love when my neighbors, if they haven't seen me in a couple days, they're just like, oh, where have you been? Are you okay? I love that. The other night I was out taking an evening walk and it was probably maybe about 8 o'clock. And I was just going to take a little walk around the block and my neighbors saw me and were like, where are you going? I said, well, I'm just going to go for a walk. And they were like, well, you don't need to be out here alone because somebody got their phone snatched the other day. It's not safe. Two older gentlemen from my neighborhood. And I said, well, because I've been a little under the weather this week. So I said, well, I've been down a little bit. I really need to get out and have some fresh air. And they said, okay, well, we're going to walk with you. And they literally, I was leaving my apartment. I was heading out and they were coming towards me. So they were probably heading to their house. They literally walked with me a whole round the block because they were concerned, like they didn't want me to be alone. And when I said, well, I'm going to just go for my walk, they could say, well, she's on her own. But they were adamant about, no, we don't want to let you walk. I like that stuff. Okay. That shows concern. That shows care. That's community. I mean, they're not my family members. They're not my brothers or my uncles. They didn't want anything from me. They see me in the hood. I always speak. I always chit chat with the locals. The kids know me. They give me hugs. I enjoy that. But obviously, like what Frank said, some people are annoyed by the community aspect here. And again, I just ask you, look, you're moving to a new country. It's very wise to have an open mind. Okay. American life, British life, German life, whatever, Western life is not the only lifestyle in the world, guys. It's not. Okay. And other people that are not patronizing your particular lifestyle are not inferior to you. They just have a different way of life. And if you're coming to their homeland, okay, you're coming to their country, then it is you that should be open-minded to how they're living, not them acquiescing to you. No, because remember, if you were in America and the foreigners come to America, you would say, well, they need to speak English and they need to learn about the country they're in. Yet you go and travel somewhere else and you still expect people to acquiesce to you because you're from America. Big shout outs, guys. Thank you, Ajike. What's up? James K is in the building. What's up, Sick Lion? Please make sure you hit the likes, guys. I mean, I'm just talking about this topic. And I would say if you have just got in, then you need to see this full episode because this is a legit concern of mine here in Ghana as I see how many of the diasporans are just clicking up. They just want to get together and wear their Afro wear and do their little diasporan events, and they don't even integrate with the local people. And I think it's crazy. I'm like, I don't know how you guys expect to get very far if you're not making connections within the community. I mean, for real. And I'm like, I mean, we talk a lot about unity. Most of everybody in this chat room has probably talked about Black people need to come together and we just need to, Pan-Africanism and Black love. And most of you guys have talked about it and said it. But when it actually comes down to walking it and living it, and obviously marriage, any of you guys that have been married, marriage is not always easy. Taking two two families or two individuals and merging them together, learning how to compromise, learning how to share and all that stuff. It's not easy. But I think if you have the perspective that the transition to the continent is not going to be easy, but it's meaningful, which means it's worth our investment. It's worth us overcoming the cultural differences. It's worth us going through, you know, maybe a difficult period to merge our worlds together. You know, it's not for diasporans to be coming here and thinking they're taking over something, because let's be real, they couldn't even take over where they was at. So how you gonna come and be in a new land with new language, culture? You don't even know anything about the demographics of here, and you just think you're just gonna come here and just take over. No, that's the wrong mentality, and you're gonna lose. You know, Latrell says we should be able to build with our people and locals alike. Absolutely. Big shout outs. What's up, family? If you are here, make your presence be known. I'm doing shout outs. What's up, family? Kofi Boateng, I see you there. At the same. Shout outs to my family. Getting online and blasting continentals, blasting African nations is not productive behavior. Okay, when you find various challenges, you know, there may be a way for you to impact that. It might be as simple as you having a conversation. Sometimes people are doing things and maybe they're annoying you, or you're having communication breakdowns, and you need to kind of investigate, why is this thing happening? Okay, and try to get to the root cause. And you might be surprised, oh wow, they're not understanding me well. Or maybe I'm using some kind of different slang that they're not familiar with. Or maybe it's my accent, you know, or maybe they're intimidated by me, you know, maybe it's some kind of cultural norm. You don't know why something is happening. You know, you need to get down to it and stop just being so surface and so reactive and emotional. Like, just figure out how to fix the problems, guys. That's the level we should be at in this game right now. Let's figure out how to solve the problems nowadays. What's up, family? What's up, family? James says some people aren't able to challenge the bad propaganda of Africa, unfortunately. I know. I mean, a lot of our people, the damages are so extensive in them that they can't really, you know, they can't really embrace the reality versus what they think they know and what they've been socialized to believe, you know. And I mean, we have people that, although they're in a position to be a part of this transition and be a part of the change, they're actually becoming part of the problem. And you're just like, I thought you people wanted unity. Because that's what I be thinking. I'm like, I thought you people wanted unity. I thought you people wanted to come back to the continent. And I thought you guys wanted to like make things better. And I mean, you're so reactive and surface and you don't have any endurance. And I'm thinking, well, how exactly do you guys think this is going to come to be if we can't be mature about this whole process? You know, big shout outs. What's up, family? Matrell on a Mission, who is in Egypt, by the way, go support her channel. If you are not subscribed to her channel, she has really interesting videos and all kind of information about her transition in Egypt. But she says they know you respect their culture when you learn the language. Absolutely. They really, really enjoy seeing that. You know, the other day when I went to a meeting a couple weeks ago and I wore full kente, when I was coming outside, my neighbors that are kind of opposite my building, they were having a conversation when they saw me. Oh my goodness, Papa B. They were saying like how they love my kente. I look beautiful. You know what I mean? They enjoy seeing us embrace. And it also, for diasporians, you know, in many cases, we are trendsetters. So people here on the continent, they don't always think things about their culture is particularly beautiful because a lot of them are ascertaining to the Western standards and the Western beauty and the Western culture. When they see us enjoying their culture, it's kind of like a conversation point, because they're like, wow, so these people from America are into, our traditional clothes, or they like our music and this, and it kind of turns, it makes them have a second look and say, well, maybe I haven't, so we can actually be trendsetters in regards to getting our people to see what is right before them. Big shout outs to Kimla. I see the family in the building. Patrolling the Missions, you sent me some goodies. Okay, hold on, let me check you out, babe. Thanks for Patrolling the Mission. See, she be walking like she talking. Thank you so much. You're the only one out of 40, almost 50 people that have looked out today. Thank you, Matrona Mission. She sent me a 518. I love you for that. Thank you so much. Big shout outs to Matrona Mission. Look at my little struggle life phone, guys. See, look, I don't roll with them big iPhones. Yes, I got a little rubber band. My phone going through a lot, but we move. Thank you, Matrona Mission, for the Cash App. Big shout outs. What's up, Zoo and Shayna? I see you there. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Kimla says some people make things more difficult than they should be, no matter where they are. Absolutely. And some of these defective diaspora, the DD, that's what we're going to call them on the channel, guys. The DD. Some of these defective diasporian people, they got drama where they come from. So it's no surprise they're trying to bring it here on the continent. And it's no problem. It's no surprise they can't get along with people and they're having falling outs and all this stuff. Here on the continent, respect is really, really, really important. Respecting your elders, your tone of voice, the volume of your voice when you're talking to people and all of that. And sometimes, if there's confusion or a disagreement, the popular way here in Ghana is you discuss it. Like sometimes people might be long-winded, but they want to say their piece. They want to articulate their point of the argument. As we say here, let me land, which means, if you're having a discussion with someone and they'll say, let me land, or they'll say, I'm coming. And it means, let me finish my statement. That's how like a debate goes on back and forth here. If you're someone who you're just like short-tempered and you're just, you're busy, you don't got time to talk, you just want to get down to it, that can be perceived as very disrespectful here. So learning cultural norms is important. But obviously you can't learn cultural norms from your other diasporian people because they're coming from similar environments you're coming from, and they might not know. You need to tap into other people and they're going to tell you, oh, this is not appropriate, or that's what this means. Shout outs to Mr. Fifi. When Mr. Fifi was here, I would, if we were together in the car and I would be seeing Tree on the billboards, I would see Tree statements on the trotros, and I would ask him, oh, what does it mean? And he would be teaching me. I can't ask the DDs about Tree. Can I? Can they translate for me? No. Y'all need to get some local friends. Okay. And actually, if you can't make no friends here in Ghana or Nigeria, something wrong with you. I mean, I know I've made a lot of controversial statements in this episode, but I'm just going to say it because there's millions of people here. So if you can't make one friend, something's wrong with you. Okay. Because it's millions of people here. So if you can't get along with somebody, somewhere, somehow, then you might be part of that DD. You might be part of that defective diaspora, And you need to reevaluate yourself. Because, this is the last frontier, okay? If you can't get some kind of camaraderie here on the continent, I don't know what you're going to do. Because, we're unwanted anywhere else in the world and mistreated anywhere else in the world. So, if we can't get it right here, there's just no other recourse. And I would say, you should want to make it work here because you understand that this is the last frontier. You know what I'm saying? Big shout outs. What's up, family? What's up? What's up? Matrona Mission says people are dumb. They want to be entertained. Absolutely. I had a whole segment on that in this video. If you haven't heard it, you need to go back. A lot of people are going through drama on the continent because they didn't listen to me. I've given you lots of instructions on what not to do and what to do. And that's why them people that you like to watch, as Eternal Blossom called scammers. Okay, a lot of you guys, I'm not going to call names. Lord knows I want to call some names, but I'm not going to call no names, huh? But those very entertaining platforms that y'all love, huh? Those people that get lots of views and all that, sensational scammers. And you want to take their example because they keep it real. You don't want to listen to me, who's drama free. You know, I don't got no beef here on the continent. I don't have no beef that I'm aware of. People might be beefing with me in their mind. They ain't beefing with me in real life, though. I tell you that. And I don't have no drama. Even I'm cool with my ex-boyfriends. Y'all see them all the time. It was a Joseph Mayer a couple weeks ago, my photo shoot. I see Fifi sometimes in the UK. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with everybody. But yet and still, all right, I digress. Moving on. What's up, family? What's up, Red Wire? I see you there. And Steve, I see you there. Big shout outs. What's up? What's up? Thank you, Peter. Peter says, what I like about you is you keep it real and you have integrated well with the locals. Ghana, you know, I love it here. I love it here. You know what I'm saying? I made a new friend the other day, a couple weeks ago. Her name is Christabel. I was actually at that meeting that I went to. It was the Black Star Line Festival. I had actually gotten there by mistake. And I was there, and following the meeting, I was so hungry and thirsty because I had been there for a long time. So Christabel said, are you okay? Do you need something to drink? And she had this ice cold Sobolo. Oh my God. She was like, come here. And she gave me Sobolo. She got me a chair. She had some jollof rice. She was like, oh, here, you need to eat. Come on, blah, blah, blah. And we just sat there and we chilled. Just met Christabel. And she done text me a couple times. We supposed to meet up soon. And she's a Ghanaian lady. And I'm like, I said, you know, she was like, let me take care of you. I love your kente. You look so pretty. I said, see, that's what I'm saying. These DD can't even make a friend here in Ghana. Something wrong with them. Something wrong with them. We got our problems here in Ghana. I'm not going to say we don't have our problems. But, I mean, these people are very friendly here, from my experience. Super. Super, super friendly. You know what I'm saying? I remember I told y'all last year, my gym partner, you know, she sent me a whole basket full of fresh fruit juice because she would always go with me after the gym to this restaurant, and I would get fresh fruit juice every day. So for my birthday, she texted me and was like, hey, what's your address? And I sent it to her. Next thing I know, she sent me a big basket of fruit juice. And I thought, wow. You know, Nana, you know, our family member Nana in Chicago, she ordered me a birthday cake all the way from Chicago and had it sent here in Ghana. You see what I'm saying? Make yourself friendly. People will be friendly to you. Okay, but if you come here thinking that you the hot stuff, then you're not going to get anywhere. And if you come here and you behave like that, you're stupid. Like me and Mitrell said. Okay, because, I mean, why would you come here and just squander the opportunity to create a beautiful unison with your brothers and sisters here on the continent? They can go to bat for you. They can look out for you. They can hook you up. They can educate you. They can protect you. You know what I'm saying? They know this is their homeland. They know the ups and downs. They know a lot of things that you don't know coming in, and you need to plug into that. Okay? Big shout outs. What's up, family? Everything is politics says it's the colonizer energy. Kimla says, I find it very odd that people would travel to another country and not integrate and submerge. What, girl? It's going on. I'm telling you, it's going on here in Ghana. Trust me. These people like rolling with themselves. Okay? It's the kind of bougie black folks. It's like them bougie ones, and they just want to roll with each other. They do their little bougie powwows. They go to posh restaurants and the beach clubs. And then when you get there, you won't see no locals. Nobody local. And they don't play Afrobeat sometimes. And I'm like, what kind of party is this? See, a party ain't a party for me if there ain't no Afrobeats. If you invite me to your diaspora, your defective diaspora event, and there's no Afrobeats, I'm not going to stay. So if you invite me and I do come, and then there's no Afrobeats, I'll leave. And that'll be an indicator to you that that your event didn't pass my criteria. Sorry. Not tonight, boo, because this is already a long episode. Obviously, sorry, I had a lot to talk about. I'll do a call-in show soon, but not today. Sorry, because y'all gonna have me on here for like 2 hours, and I'm not even getting no super chats. Only, I got almost 50 of y'all for this whole episode, guys. Matrell on a mission. She's all the way in Egypt. Now, y'all in America, y'all could hit me with that 5. What's wrong with you, man? I'm talking these topics. Nobody else is talking. Y'all come here and be watching me, and then you want to ask to call in, but there's no support. Can't be like that, fam. Reciprocity. You do for me, I do for you. I talk these topics because the other YouTubers ain't talking it. Then y'all show support. Say, wow, we really like Gina's content. It's different than the other people. Wow, she gives good resources. She gives good information. But instead, so no call in today, family. Sorry. I'm going to finish these shout outs and then I'm going to go in. Because I kind of want to have some ice cream today. I deserve it. S.A. Smith, what's up? Big shout outs to the family. Make sure that you have liked the stream at least. Black Beauty, what's up, family? Everything is politics says, based on my experience and observations, are men more prone to behavior or is it women? Well, I would say from my understanding, from what I'm experiencing here on the continent, it seems that diasporian women are the largest population of the diaspora that's coming back currently, okay? A lot of the males that are coming back, either they're coming with their families or they may be older gentlemen. They already may be married or retired. So by default, a lot of these struggle life scamming, immigration related relationships are happening between the diaspora women and men here on the continent. I can't really speak from the perspective of what's happening with the women because, again, I believe, and it's my experience, that the diasporan men are coming here less. The diasporan tend to go to, big shout outs to Vet KB. Thanks so much for that 500, sweetheart. I see you with the super chat. Much love to you and Matrell on a mission. Thank you. See what I'm saying? I be looking at these numbers and I'm like, man, if a lot of y'all more supported, we could do a lot more stuff, but y'all don't want it. So it's okay. I'm okay with it. But it's my experience. Everything is politics. A lot of the diasporian men, they like going to them Latin countries. So they go to Brazil a lot. They go to DR, that kind of stuff. And they go deal with the Latina population. That's who they seem to be more into. And I think probably what it is that, this is just my opinion, but I believe that the expectations of men are high here on the continent. And so for men to really be relevant here, they need to be high performers. And unfortunately, some people are not high performers. They're not really, they think they're that man, but they're not really that man. And when they come here and they see real men, doing real things, they can't really compete. So they're not really, seen as like this thing on a pedestal the way that they may be in other countries. Obviously they're going to stand out a bit more in Latin countries. And I mean, obviously it's pretty cheap there from what I understand. So they don't got to do that much to get with, so it's my experience that I think a lot of the interactions here, a lot of the scamming and all that regards to relationships is happening between the diasporian women and men simply because the women are coming more than the men to the continent. I hope that answered you. What's up, family? All right, I'm just trying to finish these up and I'm out. Yeah, that's our own African superstar terminology. So everybody, DD is the defective diaspora, okay? Because there's the real too legit to quit diaspora, like me and Matrell on a mission. And then there's some other people that are defective, that cause problem and division and all of that. They are the DD. That's our own personal lingo here on the channel, guys. We got our own lingos. So that DD, huh? Shout outs. Thank you, Kimla, for the super chat. I appreciate the family. Okay, y'all trying to come back strong in the fourth quarter, I appreciate it because I'd be just like, man, I got a big channel. Y'all need to do a little bit more for the kid. I'm just being honest because my content stands out. I just got to be honest. I talk stuff that these other people don't talk. Okay. They're talking, no offense, but they're talking like Afro Nation and they're talking whatever they're talking, rough roads and light out. And I'm talking about the real deal stuff that's going to help your transition be smoother here on the continent. Okay. I stand behind the information that I give you because I've used this for my own transition. That is why I'm very confident to offer you because it's brought me success. You know what I mean? So big shout outs, Kimla. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you, Fitzroy. What's up, family? Good to see you, WC. What's up? What's up? What's up? I totally agree with this. I really wish that there was some kind of cultural transition, you know, that people coming here could go through to get some education about Ghana, to learn, you know, popular dishes, you know, the different regions. And, you know, I really wish it was required. Maybe they will add it to like citizenship. I don't know. But I think it's definitely needed. Big shout outs. What's up? What's up? GBL. GBL says, we did not come here to get soft. Do you think the diaspora needs not weaken their identity? I think obviously the diaspora has a lot of things to contribute to Ghana. I mean, you know, Africa. I think that, you know, they have expertise, they have a lot of experience and things like that. But what we have to be mindful is our detrimental behavior, our negative outlooks, our ignorance, our apprehensiveness. You know, we experience a lot of things outside that makes us very apprehensive. And, you know, we're always like, it's psychological damage is what it is, you know, because we've been going through so much out there that we are a different version of ourselves. So I think we have to do the conscious work to rework those things when we come here. So that way we are able to interact better here on the continent instead of feeling like people are being offensive or people are being passive or people don't care or whatever. It could just be that people are, you know, like for instance, if you have a certain situation, let's say, we all know that non-Black people are always trying to be funny out there in the West, huh? Big shout outs to you guys. Y'all know they're always trying to be funny, right? Always making little slick comments, always trying to be degrading. So if you're like me, you're a very serious person and you don't, that stuff's not funny and you be on it. Like somebody says something funny, you be like on it, okay? Now say when you come here to the continent and somebody says something, you know, obviously they don't mean it in that same context that someone out there meant it. You know, like say for instance, okay, I'll give you an example. Big shout out to the family. And see, thanks so much for that super chat. Appreciate you. Back to GBL's point, and I'm gonna carry on. I'm wrapping up soon, guys. About like 10 minutes more. I gotta go. I'm hot. You know what I mean? My fan broke the other day, and it's really hot in my room. But anyway, so for instance, like obviously we have the N word. Okay, so we have the N word. So when people say the N word to you in the West, especially America, they're being derogatory. Okay, somebody calls you know what I'm saying? That's not something nice. Now, because of our overusage of the word in the music, and because Continentals love Black American music, rappers, you know, these big stars they see from the West, they love it. They use the word as like, they think it's cool. They think that they're being American. You know, when they say, hey, my nigga, they think that it's cool, okay? So if, say, for instance, someone says that to you, like they recognize you're a Black American and they're trying to be cool, they're trying to show you that they're hip and, you know, whatever. And they say, hey, what's up, my nigga? And then you get all uptight, like, whoa, 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 who you calling it? You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't mean it with all that venom that you're used to hearing it or people use, you know, saying it to you. So these are kind of things I'm saying that we need to be mindful that we're in a new environment, and everything is not everything the way that we're used to it. I think that it's very evident that Black Americans, you know, they are very unique in their own way, and that's never going to change. I mean, they are trendsetters. They, you know, Black people globally, everywhere we go, we have an imprint. So I don't think that we're going to lose our identity, but I think that we just need to do a better assessment of our psychological well-being so that we can create that marriage here on the continent that I was talking about. Big shout outs to you. What's up? Everything is Politics. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, man. Everything is Politics said, thanks for creating dope content and saying what needs to be said. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, because that's all I be trying to do. Because I see a lot of foolishness, nonsense on this social media. And I just want to kind of be a contrast to that. And let's talk things and do things and be about things that's going to actually bring about a solution, not nonsense. Okay. So thanks to the family. A lot of you guys, you know, are showing the support. Thank you guys. You guys are coming out strong. Big shout outs to the family. Yes. Frank says, living in West, you don't like it. You came to Africa. You dislike now. Where do you want to live? Big question. Absolutely. I mean, you know, and again, that's time that you need to do self-assessment, because it can't just always be everybody around you and everything. You don't move to a whole different country now. If you've moved to the continent. And again, if you can't make one friend out here, you know, I'm sorry, because in my opinion, they're very friendly here. You know, so big shout outs. What's up? What's up? What's up? TK is, yeah, big shout outs to TK bringing up a good point. Some come and they don't want to. They even bring white people with them. Our people. Our people, man. Kimla says, I'm very grateful for the continental Africans that I've known for years. I've learned so much from them here and made my trip to Africa better, but I already knew I wasn't going to have any issues. Big shout out. So Kim has tapped into, you know, her local African communities, which that was advice I gave too. I mean, I didn't say I'm giving it to Kim, but that's advice that I actually utilized too. When I was back in Ohio, I started fraternizing with the Ghanaians even then, you know, so, and it created a huge network for me worldwide that I've been tapping into ever since. You know, unfortunately that DD, the diaspora, the defective diaspora, they're missing out because they haven't even learned about they're not even tapping into it because they just want to stick with their own people. And it's, you know, like I said, it's counterproductive to be here and you haven't tapped into your local resources, you know? You know, I can guarantee you if something happens to me, let's say something happens to me here in Ghana, in my hood, okay? Let's say nobody see me for like 2-3 days in this room. They gon' come up in here and look for me. I'll tell you that right now. Some people in the UK, they stay in their houses for weeks, months. Even I saw a situation where there was a South African woman. She laid in her apartment dead for 2 good years before anyone found her. When they went to go look for her, they found her skeleton remains. Okay? 2 years she was in her flat, dead. Nobody looked for her. It don't take no. I'm gonna tell y'all a little story and I'm wrapping up. Big shout outs to the family. Big shout outs to the family. And I'm wrapping up. This is my last little story for y'all now. I hope I got everybody for the shout outs. And I appreciate everybody. Michelle sent me cash app. Huh? Okay. I'm gonna tell y'all this last little story. And then I gotta go. Because I've been on here an hour and a half. This is like an old school live stream. I ain't been this live in a minute. Thank you, Michelle. Big shout outs to Michelle. Look, she walk it like it talk it. Thank you so much, Michelle. And also ATM Tim. Much love to ATM Tim. The family is out here in full effect. All right, let me just tell y'all this last little story. And then I'm wrapping up. Big shout outs. Thank you so much. Be careful on them roads. Mr. ATM Tim. Thank you everybody who's showing the love and walking it like they talk it. I appreciate it because y'all know there'll be a lot of nonsense and foolery and stupidity on this social media. So if you guys like hearing decent conversations, good music and all of that, then you need to be supporting and showing the love. Legion, what's up? I don't know. I don't know when I'm getting the citizenship. I haven't even started the process. I am a resident here, and that's good enough. I got a lot of other stuff going on. I don't even, I mean, it's just not a huge high priority for me at the moment because I live here in Ghana. Like, I live here in Ghana. And, you know, but I'm gonna get around to it. I'm a legal resident right now. So that's, you know, that's good enough. I can come in and out the country. I have a right to live here. So for now, we on that. But I'm gonna look into it. Okay. And this is my last little story. Okay, so on my last trip coming here to Ghana. All right, so this was in late November. So typically when I travel, I don't tell my neighbors, I don't even tell my landlord, I just come and go. You know, that's the way, that's our African way. That's the best way to go. Just come and go. Don't tell a lot of people because, you know, then they start asking for stuff or then they know your places, you know, you're not at your house and, you know, security, blah, blah, blah. So I traveled and then, you know, when I traveled, my landlord will text me and say, hey, are you around? Have you gone? He's very noticeable. So he notices everything. So when I got back to Ghana, I came in on a Wednesday night, okay? And all my windows in my place when I'm gone, they're closed, you know, shut and locked and everything. So when I came in instantly, I opened the windows, you know, try to get some circulation in the room, blah, blah, blah. So Thursday morning, the very next morning, my landlord texts me and says, hey, Gina, are you in town? And I said, yeah, I just got back in last night. I was going to let you know. And he said, oh, yeah, I noticed that your window was open this morning. Okay. So I give you guys this story because that's how my community is over here in Ghana. Okay. I came in on a Wednesday night and Thursday morning, he noticed that my window was open when my window is normally shut. Okay. I like my community here in Ghana. Okay. My landlord be on it. And do you know that just gives me so much security. So like, I know when I travel, like my landlord's actually looking after the place. Okay. He's actually noticing my comings and goings. He noticed if the window's open or whatever. If there's any situation, he's going to know right away because he's always paying attention. That is what I'm talking about. If you don't know people here in your local environment on the continent, okay. And for those of you that are planning to move to the continent, it is very important that you create the marriage of you and continentals. It's very, very important. It's so important because this is your new family. You know, some of us, we don't have family here. You know, my sister has traveled back to the US. So I'm here with my new family. And it's very important. You know, anything happens, I feel very comfortable that my neighbors will investigate. They'll come to my aid if they see anything. I mean, I told you what my neighbors did. That was just the other night. And I tell you what, I felt so loved and so safe and everything. I was just like, this is why I came to Ghana. This is why I live in Africa, because I love the community. And because I have extended my hand to them, they have extended their hand to me. And that's how it works. Okay, guys. So that was today's topic. I recommend, obviously, if you have not seen a full episode, I would recommend. This is a must-see because our people need to really think about it. You know, our people need to really evaluate what they want when they're coming here and how they're going to do it. Now, obviously, I can't stop anybody from coming here, but I would hope that we really cherish our opportunities to, you know, make our presence be known on the continent and do right with that opportunity and not squander and not like ruin it. We don't want to get to the point where people here are just like, oh, those diasporans, we just wish they would go home. You know what I'm saying? We don't want that. You know what I'm saying? We want to work effectively together to enhance our homelands and make a better future. So that's what I had to say. I want to say also a special thank you to all my super chat donors tonight. Thank you so much for walking it like you talk it. I appreciate the support because, again, I'm trying to bring quality content to this social media because there's a lot of BS out here, way more BS than actual good content. And I appreciate those of you that have tangibly supported the African Superstar. The rest of you guys see the playback. Please do not hesitate to go purchase my brand new EP. It's super hot. I'm already started working on new music for my next project. So all the African Superstar music lovers, make sure you are following me on bandcamp.com. You can follow me, and that will be strictly the music releases because I'm bringing all of them out on Bandcamp. So that is what, we're doing. Okay? This is a good point, Janelle. But don't try to stick. I'm going off, Janelle. I'm leaving. But this is a good point. Janelle says, we have to work harder to show locals we are one in community with them. Absolutely. Absolutely. Nobody likes a one-sided relationship. And I think some of the diasporans are quite entitled when they come here. And they think people need to just be, bowing down to them. And that's the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? Like, we both have stuff to offer. Okay? Because the people on here on the continent, they are very linked up. Everything is socially intertwined here. So, the fact that maybe you got money or you're educated, that may not always be what can get you an audience. A lot of times it's who you know. You know what I mean? You know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody. And that's very important. So much love to the family. I'm out. I promise y'all gonna keep trying to make I'm going, man. I gotta go. Hot. I want some ice cream. Until we meet again, stay black and true. If you ain't black, just stay true. Bye, family.